All right, since nobody wants to do this, I guess it falls on poor little Marilli to showcase LR Meliodas versus all of the demonic beasts, and I mean all of them. All right, I'm not skipping anything. Make sure I put in the timestamps, so keep that in mind, and this will be double speed. So yeah, enjoy. So make sure you guys like and subscribe again, because I will be suffering for you guys, because as you can see, a lot of these YouTubers probably avoided this showcase, and I will be the guinea pig and suffer for you guys so you can watch. All right, you already know what we about to do. All right, we're about to start off with the bird. Now this will be all in order, and as you can see, we did speed up the game footage. That's because I don't want this to be super long for you guys, because I already know, man, y'all be like 50 minutes, what? And then I do a whole video doing like pretty much all the demonic beasts in like probably like 10 minutes. Like what? So basically, I'm using Light Elizabeth because I wanted to try to increase my Sins character's basic stats, just to give him a little bit more damage. Now I didn't need to use Elizabeth. You can probably just use like Gother instead for a attack related stat boost once he has like pretty much max gauge on Gother. But I just use Light Liz just because I like her. I ain't gonna lie to you, like she's pretty cool. Escanor, LOSTVAYNE are probably my best DPS on this team. Now we do have Meliodas, who is kind of like the buff support type of character, and I'm not gonna lie, Meliodas actually impressed me throughout all of this on the bird. I don't know if that means much, but on the bird he actually is pretty nice because of his AoE. Now if you don't know, his AoE is a charge, which means he ignores defense. And the one thing that a lot of players complain about this bird is that the phase 4 has insane amount of defense. So with your AoE, you pretty much can ignore that and pretty much do cap damage with LOSTVAYNE Meliodas, which is pretty nice. LOSTVAYNE also has a ultimate that increases like all his stats as well. So it's pretty much just one shots regardless. Nothing too crazy. As you can see, does cap damage, and here comes AoE, does cap damage again because he ignores defense. Again, nothing too crazy. Again, this one you want to try to have like Escanor or like a death damage character, because on floor 2 phase 2, that's where he has an AoE. If you don't have a stance up or was a stance or a taunt, then he will just one shot you. So if you want to like bypass this with a high DPS team, you need a character with a death damage like effect, like a Roxy, like the new awakened Roxy, Freya ultimates, D1 Escanor ultimates, or D1 ultimates finger card, whatever you want to call it. Those are going to be the characters that you want to use for. Oh yeah, you also got Cusack with the his Abyss ultimate as well too. So that also works as well to speed clear floor 2 phase 2. Again, you want to get through the phase 2 with a death damage card, because you do not want him to attack you with his AoE while you have no stance, or you'll just get instantly one shot. The thing with LOSTVAYNE is he's just a character who has like super high DPS, but that's the thing with these teams in on the demonic beasts. It's like, do you really want a character who has to kind of like wait for his damage a little bit, because he does most of his really raw damage on the later stages when he has like a gold card. Again, I'm using attack crits, which is pretty good. Again, I do have Meliodas as well help me out, and Elizabeth, because his bronze card has been actually putting in some work for me. But I'm pretty sure on the later stages, that's where it's gonna get a little bit more complicated, especially if you're a person who don't really have super high box CC, and so you end up just struggling in terms of, you know, tanking a lot of hits, because if you're getting hit with crits all the time, then it makes it very hard for your LOSTVAYNE to live. Now again, there could be some moments where they don't target you. I definitely have some moments where he just pretty much just targets Escanor instead because of his light attribute. But you never know when it comes to demonic beast. Sometimes it can randomly go to a different person, which you gotta be worried about, or use an AoE, which could do a lot of damage. But one thing I would say is that yeah, he does really good damage on the bird, if that means anything to anybody who's watching. You also gotta be careful with this phase, because you don't want the debuff that You don't want to get the passive that procs another debuff, because this is one where he locks silver and gold cards. So you gotta be careful with that one as well. So that pretty much means if you get like a passive that is a debuff on floor 2, it's gonna make it very hard for you to use Lost Vein to rank up cards because of that, which could be a negative that you can give to Meliodas for this beast if you somehow do get the debuff. And you guys are probably know what I'm talking about. The debuff card, it's like one that is like, it happens like every turn where you get a debuff. And the thing with Megilda is that she can only cleanse 1 debuff. So if you get 2 debuffs, you're pretty much gonna be messed up, because they always go for the first one, which is the passive one, instead of the one that he does with the bird, where he prevents you from using gold or silver cards. So yeah, watch out for that. Okay, we pretty much gonna cleanse this then. I actually cleared the bird actually really fast. I think it was only like 12 minutes, so it's not like this man it can't do damage or anything like that. He actually does really good damage, but it all depends on what passives you get, what characters that you do own. Again, like Elizabeth, pretty much just a support at this point for me, while Escanor and Melly was my DPS, but not bad on the bird. Okay, so now we on the deer. Now the deer, I pretty much went with a more demon-focused team, because with Estarossa, yes, he doesn't encroach the demonic beast, but he can apply darkness, which still gives us basic stats, which could be very helpful for my entire team. Again, I'm using Kusak as well, so if I somehow don't crits, actually wait, I don't even think, does that even work in PvE? I'm pretty sure, isn't that just like a PvE passive? All right, forget that. He's just here for the damage, okay? I'm not gonna even lie to myself and be like, yeah, he's gonna help with the no critting. I'm pretty sure that's a PvP only passive. I almost lied to y'all. But yeah, it's just for the darkness stacks, pretty much my team. Jormungandr, really good, because pretty much you get to rank up the entire hand, which is really nice. And being able to rank up your hand is really good for Melly, who his gold card actually hits like a truck, so that's actually really nice. Again, you can also get your rank ups from you getting hit with a crit from the demonic beast, which is really good as well. But for the most part, Jormungandr is the one who pretty much ranks up your entire team. The only thing I could probably say is maybe you could probably want to run a full demon team if you really want to, but again, like, that's not gonna benefit you too much, because you have to use like a green demon, which the only one that's probably green is like green Malaskla, which I mean, if you want to get a little fancy and stuff like that, but for me, I just went for the normal stuff. And as you can see, I messed up a little bit on here, if you peep, because I didn't get the red card, so I just used whatever, and because of that, I'm still able to attack because of the debuff. All right, so we on the next one. Man, is it? Should I even explain the like bird and deer to y'all? Like, I'm over trying to explain bird and deer. Like, I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably went through bird and deer a million times. You probably already know how good it is. You probably be going through this with like freaking light Escanor just blasting everything. You feel me? Like, I'm over here trying to explain all my strategies for the bird and the deer. Like, do y'all even care? Like, how is life going for you guys? Like, what? Oh man, are y'all finally out of school? Like, what? Oh man, like, did you get lucky and pull a Bond? Or do you even have LR Meliodas? Like, have you been playing like the hero arena? I know a lot of people who kind of been slacking on the hero arena, just because it's kind of like a thing where pretty much they kind of feel down about playing it, because they hear how hard it is, so they think like to themselves like, yo, I shouldn't even attempt it, like how difficult it is. And sometimes I be feeling like that sometimes too, because if you know me, man, I went for 320k and I have like about 12.3 million box CC, or 12 million box CC. So I just went for 320k and just call it a day. Just because if I try to go for 340k, it is possible for my teams because I have a really built box, but it will just take a forever or a long time, for the point where I wouldn't even want to like play Hero Arena anymore. Like I be having that, like I have that low key that same feeling for Nidhogg right now, because I have been slacking on Nidhogg because it's just so boring. Like Netmarble hasn't given us a freaking character for Nidhogg for like 6 months now. Like what is going on? And we barely even get relics too. So I've just been slacking on some of this content just because like it's just boring. Which is very unfortunate, man. It just like why, man? Why? But me playing Hero Arena on like 320k, again, it's really fast for me because I am 320k, so I can out CC. But again, if I play 340k CC, I'm getting out CC'd and I'm going second, which is very hard. It's not impossible, but it's just very hard. Like I be seeing some other people who like free to play and stuff like that go through about like 20 teams just to clear 340k challenger mode, just for that you know, that minimum one, which is like 210. You can use like 7 or more teams. Some people think that you can only use like 7 teams or less. No, it's pretty much 7 teams or more. You can run 40 teams if you really need to beat that demonic beast. I said demonic beast, the challenge mode. It's just like, who will go through all that to do so for LR Meliodas? Now, if this was LR OG Fest King, I'm doing that, because OG Fest King was pretty fun back in the good old days. He had like a short lifespan on probably global, but on JP, he was still like meta for a good month. Cause that's when like pretty much got us. It was like whoever Fest King goes first pretty much won at that point. I think what happened later? I think wasn't like Eskener or something like that came after. So after that, Eskener just blasted through him. Kind of forget sometimes. I'm an old man. All right. Wait, I just realized I'm on the stage 3. What the heck? Yeah, I got the speed boosted crazy. I just realized I'm on this fast. I'm on like stage 3 of this. About to clear it. As you can see, I'm doing good damage. I didn't need my ultimate for this one because I got the one without the ultimate passive every single phase and stuff like that. So it's very hard to push for ultimate, but still pretty easy clear. Still pretty easy. All right, so this time we're on Skull in Haiti or Hati. This time I'm using Fest Gother because of Thonar. If you don't know, Thonar will give you gauge if you do have a holy relic. Every time she do damage and stuff like that with her attack arts. So I'm kind of like having like a double attack boosting team for the most part. Well, I guess Scotty also gave me like that skill damage dealt thing where I can do high amounts of damage with my team. And I actually like this combination just because the way how DPS strong LOSTVAYNE Meliodas can be. Now, I did use this team before. I did like a LOSTVAYNE Meliodas video like a couple of months ago, like before even the thought that LOSTVAYNE was ever going to get like an LR version. I already had the thought process of using this character because he can be super fun in a certain combination. Now I'm going for max ult damage right here because there ain't no cap anymore, and you guys can see how much damage I can do. I'm gonna let you guys guess how much damage this is gonna be with my ultimate. Almost 7 million. Oh man, why myself just lag like that? What the heck? Don't mind the technical difficulty. I don't know why I lagged like that. Like the recording was fine. By my looks. Dude, you can just tell like, the only thing I can probably say that was like kind of weird with Meliodas, that he was not getting crit often sometimes, which is kind of a little bit weird. Cause I'm thinking to myself, like, how is a character who has pretty much no crit resist barely taking crits from AoEs? Or the freaking wolves would know that I have Lost Vein, so he would never AoE ever. I'm like, does he know? It's like the AI be knowing sometimes. They be like, yo, he's using Lost Vein, let's never AoE. Or you have like the worst HP possible on your characters, and you be instantly just getting hit with crits. You're like, what? It was like, before then he wasn't getting hit with crits. What just happened? You haven't checked to see, like, yo, do you have gear on your character and stuff like that? All right. Like, this one with the has like the revive, so I think you already know how this is gonna go. I should have started with Thrown Card for extra damage dealt with Lost Vein, because if I'm not mistaken, Lost Vein gets like technically like a detonate type of thing for himself. Like with me, I sometimes forget about what the characters do. It depends on how important the character is, technically. Like, if the character not important, I'm like, why would I remember this? Because some characters have like about 5 passives, so it's always like super hard to like remember all of everything they do. It's because like they have like a million passives. The one thing I'll probably say is I do like the all stat boost that Lost Vein do give himself with his ultimate. That actually is really fire, because it makes it so easy for my other attacks that are going to probably be like bronze or silver to do mega damage afterwards. And it's kind of like a guaranteed high, like I'm about to say high DPS damage cap for my ultimates, which is actually really nice, because sometimes you might have like a ultimate that you think is super strong and then it just doesn't hit that cap, which I do like with Meliodas. And you probably can already tell that I'm pretty much just trying to make sure I proc Throner's passive as quickly as possible while keeping Lost Vein cards in my hand, so in case he does AoE, I get a gold card. But as you can see, this man never AoEs. Golly, see what I'm saying, man? This guy doesn't AoE. They just be knowing what I'm thinking. Oh my god, look at it. That AoE was crazy. What the heck? Yeah, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Lost Vein, his AoE is kind of nutty on Skull and Hades too, because he ignores defense. Like, giving this man infect and ignore defense is kind of nutty. I guess the Sever is kind of good as well, but for the most part, I always crit very often. I think that what Meliodas has is like, I think over 200% crit chance with this team. So he's eating good, okay? Oh, is this one where I reset? Or okay, I didn't reset. I thought I reset on this one. I think it was only one I really reset it on. All right, he's gonna do this, and you're gone. Yeah, that's because I have the one which is like defense down. So freaking Gother was getting hit with mad crits. So I had to like try to clutch up with a Lost Vein at this point, because I kept getting hit with crits. So it was very sucky for me sometimes, because I think at one point I hit the corrosion for ignites. Oh, not this one. I think it was like on floor 2. I know it was one where I had like the corrosion and I made it just intact. All right, so this time we got Nidhogg. Now this is probably one that you guys probably really wanted to see. Now we're using Deanne. Now the reason why I'm using Deanne is because I thought to myself, like, yo, Deanne got a new relic, increase my damage, and we also have damage reduction, which is actually really good. Now you might be asking yourself, Marilli, why aren't you using an immunity character? And that's because all of the immunity characters if you don't know, it have a defense boost with it, which means LOSTVAYNE will end up having higher crit resistance, will make it impossible for him to get hit with a crit. And for me playing many runs on Nidhogg, testing out LOSTVAYNE, I started to notice the Nidhogg doesn't have good crit chance. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he doesn't have good crit chance. I don't know if you guys seen that multi-hit from the second time, but it didn't crit me once, and it was like 5 hits. That is not a good sign, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I'm hearing some comments like, yo, Marilli, you should have had like a latte or something. No, that's dumb. Wanna know why it's dumb? Because you can't get hit with crits. What the heck is the point of me using 18 if I using lats if I'm not gonna get hit with crits? Which is Meliodas' pretty much the main focus is getting those gold cards. Like, I already know y'all what y'all gonna say in the comments. Y'all be like, yo, Marilli, you should use a lot. As I get like probably no crits the entire match. Like, what the heck? As you see, I'm barely getting LOSTVAYNE cards. Probably because my hand keep being like pretty much dead. He removes my stance. And as you can see, I'm just trying to get rid of him quickly as possible and try to free up my hand for more LOSTVAYNE cards. This DN team actually did pretty well on floor 1. Now again, the one thing I'll probably say again is that the LOSTVAYNE has a very bad time getting hit with crits. For some reason, the Nidhogg boss does not have good crit chance. Which is again very alarming because, and also he doesn't have multi-hits on this floor. So you saw I got hit with a crit right there, and I think he's gonna do it one more time, and then boom, no crits. You see the issue? What's happening right now? I'm getting no crits. All right, this is Nidhogg. This is Nidhogg, okay? And he doesn't crit me at all. That's bad. And all right, I had to reset right there because you saw the attack boost. You gotta be very careful. Again, I do like LOSTVAYNE being able to pretty much rank up gold cards to take away the gauge. But again, what's the point if you barely get hit with crits? And I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be in the comments being like, yo, use a lat or something like that. Going to make it even worse for myself to get hit with crits. Yeah. Let me use a lat to make it even harder for myself to get hit with LOSTVAYNE crits. It's not enough damage right here, so I reset again. But for the most part for myself, I'll probably say this: LOSTVAYNE sucks on Nidhogg. Unless we get an immunity character that just boosts HP instead, LOSTVAYNE sucks. Okay, that's pretty much it. So if you expecting that Nidhogg, that LOSTVAYNE was going to be super broken, he's not. He's terrible. Until we get a character that can replace Elat that will give us immunity and HP, so I can actually get hit with crits. Because for some reason, with his normal stats, he can't get hit with crits on the final floors and stuff like that, or he just doesn't get targeted. Yeah, and it's pretty much over right here because I get one-shotted. So hope you guys enjoy. This is Millie, guys, and I'm out. Peace. LOSTVAYNE sucks on Nidhogg. Hope you know that as of now.